Welcome to our channel, Paw Signals. Today, we're diving into a topic that every dog owner should be aware of. 11 signs your dog may not love you, even if you think they do. Dogs, like all animals, communicate through a complex language of body language and behavior. By learning to interpret their signals, we can better meet their needs and create a more harmonious bond. So, let's embark on this journey of discovery together, eager to strengthen the bonds we share with our canine companions. Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes, hoping for a glimpse into their soul only to find them quickly averting their gaze? This seemingly simple gesture can speak volumes about a dog's emotional state. While we humans often associate direct eye contact with trust and connection, for dogs, it can be perceived as a threat or a challenge. When a dog avoids your gaze, it doesn't necessarily mean they dislike you. Instead, it could be their way of saying, "I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable," or "Please respect my personal space." Puppies in particular are more likely to avoid eye contact, especially with unfamiliar individuals. However, if your adult dog, who has previously been comfortable with eye contact, suddenly begins avoiding your gaze, it's essential to pay attention to other accompanying behaviors. By observing their body language and considering their past experiences, we can better understand the message they're trying to convey. Just as chimpanzees seek refuge in the high canopy when danger threatens, our canine companions often seek solace in hiding when they feel scared or anxious. Their chosen hiding spots might range from under the bed to the back of the closet, any place where they feel secure and secluded from the source of their unease. If your dog habitually hides from you, it's crucial to consider whether you might be inadvertently contributing to their anxiety. Are you speaking in a harsh tone? Do you tend to tower over them, making them feel small and intimidated? Instead of punishing your dog for hiding, try to approach the situation with empathy and understanding. Create a safe haven for them, a designated den where they can retreat when feeling overwhelmed. This could be a crate, a dog bed, or even just a specific corner of a room. Over time, they'll learn that you are a source of comfort, not fear, and their need to hide will gradually diminish. Food, the fuel of life, holds a special significance in the animal kingdom. So, when a dog refuses to eat, especially in your presence, it's a clear indication that something is amiss. They might be experiencing physical discomfort, such as an upset stomach or dental pain, but more often than not, a loss of appetite is a sign of emotional distress. If your dog is refusing to eat, it's essential to rule out any underlying medical conditions first and foremost. Once you've ruled out physical ailments, it's time to turn your attention to their emotional well-being. Addressing the root cause of their stress is paramount to restoring their appetite and, more importantly, their overall well-being. Aggression in any form is a powerful signal, a desperate plea for space and understanding. When a dog resorts to growling, snarling, or snapping, they're not trying to be bad or dominant. They're simply communicating their discomfort in the most primal way they know how. A growl, in its essence, is a warning, a way of saying, "Back off. I'm feeling uncomfortable and I need you to respect my boundaries." Ignoring this warning is akin to ignoring a flashing red light. It's reckless and potentially dangerous. If your dog is displaying aggressive behaviors towards you, it's crucial to seek professional help immediately. A certified dog trainer or behaviorist can help you identify the root cause of the aggression and develop a tailored plan to address it. By addressing the root cause with compassion and understanding, we can help our dogs feel safe, secure, and loved. We humans are, by nature, affectionate beings. But for dogs whose ancestors roamed vast territories and interacted primarily through scent and body language, physical affection isn't always the most natural way to show love. While many dogs have adapted to appreciate and even crave human touch, others might find it intrusive or overwhelming. This doesn't mean they don't love you. It simply means their love language is different. Instead of forcing affection on them, learn to read their subtle cues and respect their boundaries. By learning to appreciate their unique ways of expressing affection, we can deepen our bond and create a more harmonious relationship. Remember, love comes in many forms. When a dog consistently ignores your commands, it's not necessarily an act of defiance or stubbornness. It's often a sign of miscommunication, a breakdown in the delicate dance of signals between two species separated by language and perception. Before labeling your dog as disobedient or willful, it's essential to examine your own role in the communication breakdown. Are you being clear and consistent in your commands? Are you using positive reinforcement techniques that motivate your dog to comply? Remember, dogs thrive on clarity and predictability. If your dog is struggling to follow commands, it's time to reassess your training methods and seek professional guidance if needed. A certified dog trainer can help you establish clear communication channels and build a foundation of trust and respect. Stress, that invisible burden we all carry at times, manifests differently in every species. From the cacophony of city noises to the constant presence of unfamiliar faces, our dogs are bombarded with sensory stimuli that can overwhelm their sensitive nervous systems. Learning to recognize the subtle signs of stress in our dogs is crucial to their well-being. While some dogs might exhibit obvious signs like panting, pacing, or whining, others might display more subtle cues like lip-licking, yawning, or averting their gaze. One of the most common signs of stress in dogs is excessive shedding. If you notice your dog shedding more than usual, especially during stressful situations, it's a clear indication that they're feeling overwhelmed. If your dog is exhibiting any of these behaviors, it's essential to remove them from the stressful situation immediately and provide them with a safe, quiet space to decompress. Touch, that most primal form of connection, can be a source of both comfort and anxiety for our canine companions. While many dogs revel in the warmth of a human embrace, others might find physical contact overwhelming or even frightening. Understanding your dog's individual tolerance for touch is essential to building a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. For some dogs, especially those who have experienced trauma or neglect in their past, touch can be a trigger, a reminder of past hurts. If your dog avoids being touched, the key is to desensitize them to touch gradually and at their own pace. Start by simply offering your hand for them to sniff, allowing them to initiate contact on their own terms. By respecting their boundaries and approaching touch with sensitivity and compassion, we can help our dogs overcome their fear and learn to associate physical contact with positive experiences. The image of a dog joyfully greeting their human at the door, tail wagging with unbridled enthusiasm, is often portrayed as the epitome of canine devotion. But what about the dogs who greet our arrival with indifference? A casual glance, perhaps, or maybe just a slight wag of the tail? Does their lack of effusive greeting signify a lack of love or attachment? Not necessarily. Just as we humans express our joy and affection in diverse ways, so too do our canine companions. While some dogs might shower us with exuberant greetings, others might express their happiness more subtly. Instead of interpreting their subdued greeting as a lack of affection, focus on creating a calm and welcoming environment when you return home. Allow them to approach you at their own pace, and over time they'll learn that your arrival is a source of joy, not stress. When your dog seems to gravitate towards other people, showering them with attention while seemingly indifferent to your presence, it's natural to feel a pang of jealousy. But before jumping to conclusions, it's important to consider the reasons behind their behavior. Dogs are incredibly adept at reading our emotions, our energy, our intentions. Instead of focusing on their interactions with others, focus on strengthening your own bond with your dog. Engage in activities they enjoy, provide them with plenty of positive reinforcement, and create a predictable and loving environment where they feel safe and secure. By investing in your bond with your dog, you'll create a foundation of trust and affection that will withstand the inevitable ups and downs of any relationship. Submissive urination, often mistaken for a house training issue, is actually a complex behavioral response rooted in fear, anxiety, or a desire to appease. When a dog urinates submissively, they're not being bad or disobedient. They're simply trying to communicate their submission, their vulnerability, in the most primal way they know how. This behavior is often seen in puppies, who are still learning the intricate social rules of the human world. If your dog urinates submissively when you greet them, scolding or punishing them will only exacerbate their anxiety and worsen the behavior. Instead, approach them calmly and confidently, avoiding direct eye contact and any sudden movements that might startle them. Focus on building their confidence and creating a positive association with your presence. With patience and understanding, you can help your dog overcome their fear and learn to greet you with a wagging tail instead of a puddle on the floor. Thank you for watching. If you noticed any of these signs in your dog, it might be time to reassess your relationship and work on building trust and affection. Remember, a strong bond is built on mutual understanding, respect, and clear communication. By observing their body language, respecting their boundaries, and responding to their needs with empathy and compassion, we can foster a deeper, more meaningful connection with our canine companions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful videos about your furry friends.